This is Mike 7 Charlie Sierra commencing the Saturday Ragchew Net. Get rid of the echo, so yeah, I know that's all working. And of course we've got MW0TTF is listening tonight, so I've already spoken to him and he's in the log. And Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa is in the log for keying it, and he's commented on YouTube when it wasn't going live. Yeah, we get to that story in a minute. GW5VOG, of course, yeah, we've got you there, Steve, with a pre-check-in. I also saw G0IMD as well on the dashboard, so the live stream essentially would have been going. I did click go, and then the PC crashed. So we managed to reboot the PC and get it all running, and get the live stream running, all in time before 19:30, and have about 2 minutes on the clock. So what we'll do is we'll see if anybody else would like to join us. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location to be number 6 into the Saturday Ragchew Net. Okay, left a little gap there, nothing heard. So we will go to the top of the list. First response on YouTube, and of course, first active in the log with the Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Over to you there, Michael.
Chris, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, and apparently I'm coming in on YouTube and the radio. That's a good day. It's a cooler day today. We've got a cooler spring. They say that we're going to have a cool May. Since this is the 1st of May, I can tell we are having a little bit cooler weather this month. I didn't realize that I was at the top of the list. I guess you can't get any higher than the top of the list. And it's a very popular net. And hope everybody's having a great Saturday evening. Things are going pretty well here, I guess. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. We'll kick it off. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Sorry, yeah, well, yeah, you did get in, and of course, yeah, it's not a Ragchew Net unless something goes wrong. Everything's been set up, all ready to go. And of course, yeah, then he just decided, just as I was about to press stream, for 12 minutes and 55 seconds before the net, essentially, that's when I clicked for it to go stream to go. And, yeah, it just died on me, so I pretty much thought, well, can I do this in time? So, yeah, I done the naughty thing, pressed the power button, and then hoped it would boot up. It booted up, opened up the streaming software, and of course, yeah, I also connected up the peanut, yeah, so the audio is going out. So I've done that. I'm just putting back onto my screen, which helped me out there. But most importantly was the log, and of course everything else. So we have now 2E0 PWX listening and M8UFS Justin listening. Both of them have no details, but I know it's Barry and Justin. Shows often they come on, but all good there. But they are busy for their effort for SOS Radio Week as well. So of course, yep, we are using our own call signs, and we are operating SOS Radio Week. Anyone can register and do that. Every single contact of the Ragchews will be logged as well for SOS Radio Week. So if you want to check out www.sosradioweek.org, you can go and check that out. So, and of course, I'm participating with the Wales Radio Group. as well. So we're all doing it under our own call signs there. We do have a remote station, and that is only occupied when somebody is the person is available to actually do that and actually give the remote assistance, because you don't want a radio going off on a drift and SWR through the roof, and yeah, someone's happily going click, 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 making FT8 contacts, and then they find out the SWR's gone and the radio's blown up. So of course, yeah, all done properly, all monitored as well, and you're allowed to do the remote station. Oh, if it's a timeout, wait a second. I've hit a timeout there, so yeah, all safe and allowed to be done. So of course that remote station gets used. So the call sign to look out for on all the HF-FT8 bands is Mike Charlie 5 Whiskey Radio Golf. So that is the call sign to look out for, operating for SOS Radio Week on the HF bands. And if you hear us doing SOS Week on phone or digital, then it'll be our own personal call signs. And of course, if you see it, it's being remotely invigilated as well. So we will now go round to GW5VOG, and I was the first to time out.
GW5VOG returning. Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Michael, and listeners. Yeah, so Steve in rainy Penarth in South Wales. It's been raining since about 1 o'clock. No, probably about 2:30. We're quite pleased because our garden was starting to look a little bit dry. So that's excellent, having a bit of rain, and it's mostly in the evening or the night, which is good. We had a little bit of sunshine first thing this morning. And yes, I am the timeout king, aren't I, Chris? So you beat me to it this week. But as I say, when there's not too many people talking on the net, timing out is quite good. Just looking out of my window, there's somebody leaning on my car. How very dare he? I'll have to keep an eye on that. What's he doing? Very strange. No, he's still there. Anyway, right. Yeah, so that's got rid of my train of thought. Where's Rod, I wonder, because he wasn't on last week, was he? And he couldn't get his hotspot to come through with a mess up on the system, so I wonder where he is today. Although it is a holiday weekend, isn't it? So that might explain it. So back to you, Chris, M7CCS from GW5VOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, there's still time for him to come, but yeah, he was having a problem. He pretty much, the last time I spoke to him, it was on a hotspot that he said that he just rebuilt it and all that kind of thing. And then, yeah, the next time it was just a key in. And then last week, yeah, we had the server outage, but then, you know, we did get people in. So yeah, this week there's a chance, but of course, yeah, we had my friend Kilo 9 Whiskey Lima Whiskey. He wanted to join last week, but yeah, he couldn't get in. Which yeah, it gave the monopoly because the W.D.R.G has a DStar transcode and encoder, whereas yeah, other things connected don't. So of course, yeah, because XLX42 wasn't playing very well, of course that DStar encoder was down for him on his open spot because they take a little bit longer to refresh as well. And of course, yeah, they removed the DMR possibilities away from there for XLX. You can only get to XLX via DStar on an open spot now. So yeah, that's, I don't know if that's only stateside though. So we're see if Richard is there. G0IMD, saw the call sign. If the live stream's running, it's an automatic check-in. Okay, nothing heard. I've just had another check-in listening, which is M7EMH. So we'll put him in there, M7EMH, and I better mark everybody as listening that is listening, or I will get very confused and start trying to call people in that are listening. So we'll get that bit out of the way, and we will see if anyone else wants to check into Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, it's a quiet one, and I've got to try and find it for the live stream. Where is it? There, oh, well, it's not quite, because we don't have Rod. But nearly. So, yeah, one of the Musketeers is missing. So, round to you there, Michael. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Papa. But Rod should be joining us very soon, because right on the bottom of this YouTube video it says this is a very popular net on Saturday evenings. So if this is a very popular net, then I'm sure Rod will join, because I know that he wants to be with the popular crowd, all four of us. And so we'll be looking forward to him very soon, I'm hoping. I was thinking just before I came up here, I'm 65 this year. I know some of us are about at least around that age or older. Some of these younger ones, like Chris, may not remember. Because back in the day, we used to have these gentlemen's magazines that would be sent to your house. Some of them were in a wrapper to kind of hide what kind of magazine it was. And you always looked forward to it because it had articles and pictures and things like that. Now I'm 65, and I went to my mailbox today, and I had a men's magazine in my mailbox. And I looked intently forward to it, got it to my table, opened it up, and there it was. DF Engineering Magazine for ham radio operators. And I saw all the pictures of radios and antennas, and I can hardly get ready to get done with this net, so I can go back and peruse it again in the privacy of my own home. How things have changed since I turned 65. And with that, I'll turn it back to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I was waiting for the build-up there, and the build-up, and it was mail order magazines, and coming straight to your door, discreetly packaged, and all that lot. And then you opened it up, and boom, you had an eyeful. But no, it was an eyeful of radios and antennas. So yeah, it's the mind it goes into. That's the one, isn't it? But yeah, it's all good there, Michael. So we'll go round to GW5VOG.
GW5VOG returning. Yeah, I was wondering where we were going with that one. What you were hoping it was an SEX magazine catalog, whatever. But yeah, it's all online these days, isn't it? The days of having to get grubby magazines are over. Yeah, so it's lowered the tone for the evening. So that's kind of normal, really, isn't it? Yeah, so the man leaning on my car's gone. You'll be glad to know now. He must have just probably had a few drinks. And I live right in the centre of the town of Penarth, so we do get drunks at the weekend, wandering past and doing stupid things and that kind of thing. Not normally this early and when it's raining. That's one good thing about rain. It stops all the drunks loitering for too long on the way home. And right across the road from me, there's a cash machine, an ATM, as you would call it, Michael. And we always get a crowd of people around that late at night, and they're usually like young lads who are desperately trying to get some money out to get a taxi to go to Cardiff, and none of them have got any money in the bank, you can tell. So yeah, it's not been so bad recently. Actually, it's a bit better than it has been sometimes, but yeah, it is a bit annoying when there's people drunk outside and screaming and shouting and that kind of thing. Right, so I'm giving quite a bad impression of Penarth. It's not really that bad. It's quite a nice, respectable place, but people do get drunk, I'm afraid, at the weekend. So, yeah, I'll pass back to you then, Chris, now. M7CCS from GW5EOG.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. You were young once. But, of course, yeah, it's also a bank holiday weekend as well. So, yeah, it kind of encourages drinking, but it's nice to have the money to do that, isn't it? As well. Of course, yeah, over the times it's becoming cheaper to drink at home than to go out to the pub. But, of course, yeah, pubs are still busy. Of course, yeah, Josh and Harry, they both work in the same pub now. And of course, yeah, the warmer weather's come out, so of course the pizza oven's there in the garden. So Harry's working on the pizza oven, doing all the pizzas. Josh is the bar manager, so he's in charge. And of course, yeah, Harry can go on the bar as well. So that's their bank holiday weekends down the pan. But of course, yeah, Josh has been doing it for about 2 years now, and Harry's joined him. He decided that the building trade, you know, and hurting and aching and breathing dust in all the time, and even though you got a mask and things like that, wasn't for him. And he did start out in hospitality, so he's gone back there. So that's all good. So we will go round. Well, we'll see if anyone else would like to check in. If you'd like to check in to the Saturday Ragchew Net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location. I can see N6UTC, he is in Peanut, so I will chuck him in there. If he wants to check in via voice, he can at this point. And I can see G8OOS as well, so we'll put that in as well. So if you'd like to check in, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over.
In Cambridge.
With Scott and calling in from Michigan in the United States today. Good evening.
Hello there, Scott. I'll put that in there, Scott. And of course, yeah, we did get. Well, I don't know if it was a double or whether Rod was actually trying to get in. I got a 1.5 seconds on G0 EUZ, so it'll go in. G0 EUZ, and we'll see if we can call him. So I'll pass it back to Scott. Back over to you there.
Thank you. This is my first call in on a new setup. I've got an HRI 200 I just got configured, so talking to you through my FT5D over WiresX, and finally got this monster configured. I've been beating my head over configuration on this for a while and found I had to drop back to version 1.57 of WiresX to get it all working. So happy it's working, and pleasure to talk to you this evening. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yeah, well, it's coming through fine here. I'm currently on 2.1. version of WiresX, and it's working nicely for me. So thanks very much for checking in there, Scott. So we'll see if we can get Rod G0 EUZ.
G0 EUZ, running Cambridge. I've just checked you're getting me, Chris, over.
Nah, I can't hear a thing there, Rod. I can't hear you. I can't hear if I'm getting you or not. Of course I can. Hearing you there, Rod. G0 EUZ.
G0 EUZ, well, good evening, everybody. Third radio I've tried. I spoke to Sutty during the week and everything was working fine. And then tonight, that particular radio, the 787, was not getting in. So I'm on the 168 this time. So we'll see. It's certainly been a trial. I've reinstalled. I've tried different hotspots, and obviously I'm still having problems. And I'm getting nothing on cqnorthwest on the other radio, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll pass it on, Chris. M7CCS G0 EUZ.
Charlie Sierra, I think it's time to shout at the internet provider. But of course, yeah, we're getting you now. And of course, yeah, it's fully all the way through XLX042. WiresX blipped a little bit, but that's not a problem. And yeah, I'm trying to look. Okay, I was trying to see why it was still saying GW5VOG was transmitting on an XLX server, but he's not. He must have blipped up just after Rod. So of course, yep, you're getting in. It's working. And the weird thing about it, you can rebuild a hotspot, and then the next day you've got to update it again, because it won't give you all the updates all in one hit. So you'll get an update to it's working, and then you've got to update it again. But once you get into the process, the auto ones then finally kick in. And yeah, it kind of takes care of itself then. But yeah, frustrating. But you're back with us, Rod. So that's all good. So I'll see if anyone else would like to check in. If they would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, on and over for the Saturday Ragchew Net.
G5HVH Golf 5 Hotel Victor Hotel, Colin, northwest of the city of Sheffield, home to the World Snooker Championships. Chris, back to you.
Whiskey 0, Quebec Golf. Whiskey 0, Golf, Devon, in Austin, Texas, USA.
You know, join me if your gateway was still on it later. So, of course, here you are. So I'll let you have another over. You get over with the check-in, but confirm that you're getting in there. Back over to you there, Colin.
M7 Charlie Sierra G5HVH returning using WiresX through CQ Northwest version 1.67, I think it is. Oh no, 1.550 it is that we're using here. Yeah, been a good day today. The weather's not been too bad at all. It's been a little bit cooler, and I've been clearing out the shed. Me and G5LNO. I've had to empty all the contents of the shed. Well, not all. Let's say 50%, because we've had an invasion of mice. So we found the hole that they've made to get in. So I've been screwing and gluing some wood to cover up the mouse hole there, Chris. Anyway, nice to join you on the net, and nice to hear you earlier on this evening. So back to you, M7CCS from G5HVH.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Yep, it's good to hear you as well, Colin. And of course, yeah, it was the same, the conversation earlier. Are you going to clash with my net? But yeah, it obviously doesn't, and it's all good. I know I clash with well, we're already started at 5 minutes time. There's another net starting, isn't there? And another Saturday net. But of course, yeah, all the nets go around, and people tend to be a little bit loyal to the nets that they go to, don't they? So that's all good. So thanks very much there, Colin, for checking in. So we'll see if anybody wants to be number 14. If you'd like to be number 14 into the Saturday net, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, hand it over.
MW3 WMP. It's Quill from Penryn, Digress, North Wales. Over. So my connection has gone down, so I can't hear a thing. MW3 WMP standing by.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, pick up the right mic, it might help. So yeah, I did get MW3 WMP, I got Quill, and then my WiresX died. But yeah, I will try and sort that one out while we're on by actually changing, and I might actually get somewhere. So yeah, that might be the issue I had there. But I will move and hopefully get my WiresX back. So I've got you there in the log there, Quill, but I'm going to keep it moving where I was as you keyed up, and I'm going to put it round to Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, now using DMR.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and the Papa here, and welcome to the net, Rod. Appreciate you being here. I just knew you were going to be here because I just knew that was the way it was. You would join us as the Three Musketeers here on the net. And it's good to hear from you. Things are going pretty well here. Chris is struggling in the background, but you never know it by looking at his face. He's perfectly calm and relaxed. That's just the way it is. Let's see. Oh, I want to tell everybody, I don't know, some people may know it, some people may not. For those of you who are Biofang fans, the Biofang company is releasing the 25th anniversary of the Biofang UV5R, their first little ham radio. I don't know if it's popular outside the United States, but it was very popular here in the United States. And they have a brand new 25th anniversary edition. Comes in its own case, little plastic tote case with a long antenna that's see-through, so you can actually see the components of the antenna. And you can get it in different ones. I am one of the first suckers that ordered it, so I ordered it in orange. It's the translucent orange, the color, and I'm waiting on it to arrive at my house at this point in time. Still looking forward to it because I didn't think they've been around for 25 years, much less being one of the more popular radios in the country with ham radios, with ham radio operators. So I've got that order. I don't know if anybody needs to look for it, but it's the 25th anniversary edition. Looks very cool. And they even give you a pin that you can pin to your shirt or your hat if you're really into that much of it. And with that, I'll turn it over to you, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, everything failed miserably. My WiresX went, it is chucking it down with rain, and I'm mobile broadband, but the live stream didn't drop, the DMR side didn't drop. I did manage to go across 2356 because I had the wrong contact in. I heard well call back, but not through WiresX. It only came through DMR only. And then literally, no WiresX at all. But I'm back on WiresX, and all good. And it wouldn't be a Ragchew Net if something didn't go wrong. But two things: we had the main streaming PC go wrong. Then I've had the WiresX drop out on me. But yeah, I think it's probably down to I'm running on IPv6. And we probably had a little bit of change in water molecules between me and the cell tower, and it decided to throw a wobble in. It had to throw something, but it didn't know what to throw. Might have just thrown the WiresX, but it's all good. So we will now go to Steve, GW5, VOG.
GW5 VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Good evening to Rod. The Three Musketeers are here now. And good evening to Scott, Colin, Will, somebody else I may have missed. Apologies if I have. It's the Ragchew Net's like a London bus tonight. You wait ages for one to come, and then three come along together. So that's the situation. Now, you were mentioning the SOS week earlier on, Chris, and you did say something about the Wales radio group you were working with. Which, I wonder if you could explain who that is. I did Google it, and the only thing that came up was our group, the Wales Digital Radio Group. So explain to me who that is. And just as an announcement for any listeners in South Wales, we have got one or two. On next Saturday, the 9th of May, my local club, the Barry Amateur Radio Club, is having a rally and tabletop sale Saturday morning at, I think the doors open at 10 o'clock, and it's in the Sully Sports and Social Club in Sully. It's in the Radcom, and it's on the RSGB website. So just a little plug for that. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS from GW5 VOG.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. There is only one Wales Digital Radio Group, isn't there? You misheard. So yeah, basically, Wales Digital Radio Group, right? We're running SOS, but we're not going out, to Shell Island and whatever. But we're working. It's other things have got in the way, but we still get that bit of time where we can operate. And of course, remotely you can use the HF station. So of course the HF station is remotely accessible. And of course the call sign for the Wales Digital Radio Group is Mike Charlie 5 W.D.R.G. There's no D in it. so it's Wales Radio Group. But of course, yeah, that is the call sign, and that is used on the HF. So that's basically operated, you know, whilst it's being operated at the moment. So of course, it's being operated, it's being monitored. City is running it now, so I'm getting updates there. Of course, yeah, Daryl's monitoring him, so it's all good. So yeah, if you want to get that on there, basically on FT8, then you should be able to. You should see the call sign going across the band. No one's really busy at the minute, but that's right, mate. But if we use phone, Steve, if we use phone, so what we're using now, talking, we use our own call signs, because we can't remote and send our voice. So, yeah, so we use our own call signs. But of course, yeah, the Wales Digital Radio Group are still very much taking charge of, yeah, the baby, shall we say. And, of course, still operating for SOS Radio Week and still giving it the full support we give it every year. So, right, we were talking to Steve, so I don't know if NDAF wants to chat. He's still there in Peanut, N6, UTC. Okay, I will mark NDAF as just listening then. So, yeah, I'll mark you as just listening. If you want to come in when I go call for call-ins, of course, you can come in NDAF. We had M7EYY in Peanut, but just jumped back out. So, right, what we will do, we've done Steve. He was just listening and gone. Sorry, I'm tidying my log up. We'll go to Scott on his FT5, testing his WiresX, KJ8 Echo. I may have missed something off that call sign. Okay, nothing heard there. So, we will try Rod G0 EUZ.
G0 EUZ back to the group. Well, fine. Yes, Mike, I've put off. I saw the anniversary edition of the Buffing this afternoon. I just picked it up on Facebook. Somebody did a video on it. Yeah, it's very interesting. So I've not been using it that long. I must admit, it was my first radio when I came back to radio, but that was about 2014 or 15. There we go. Good evening to Colin. Nice to hear you all. And well, so yeah, I think I'm going to have to resurrect my WiresX as an alternative to the hotspots, because it seems to be causing a lot of trouble. Like I say, CQNorthwest isn't doing anything, although I can see on my dashboard that M0MWX is coming up, so it must be working. So I don't know. So apart from that, what else have I done? I've done nothing this week. I've been messing about in the garden, working harder than I should do. Fell off a ladder yesterday. Fortunately, not very high off the ground. It was only a step ladder that I was putting some lights up on. Well, I was putting a gazebo up, and I went backwards. And fortunately, I didn't hurt myself because nobody came to my assistance, despite the noise that was made with ladders falling down and nearly taking the gazebo out with me. So, yeah, I thought I was stiff today, but I'm not. So, I've survived another one. That's another life gone. I must be coming to the end. Back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, yep, I'm running WiresX. Running, well, obviously I've got the FTM 100 is in gateway mode, and then the 200 is going to that. So yeah, they're far enough away from each other so that they don't, you know, nothing hurts or whatever. And this one is to an external antenna as well. So yeah, that one's just got a dummy load on it, and I'm using it because MB6CCS is DMR, and it's not WiresX. So yeah, it's all good there. But yeah, I would say resurrect it. It should still work on whatever version you're running, and then go to the node owner's page, download the version, make sure you close WiresX first, install it, and all your settings will stay the same if you're just going straight up to the newest version. So that's a handy tip. So we go round to Colin, G5, Hotel Victor Hotel.
M7 Charlie Sierra Golf 5 Hotel Victor Hotel. Back to the group. Well, after I'd had my last over, cqnorthwest disappeared off the YSF network, but it's come back again now. So I've reconnected to the Wales direct internet room 87517. So there we are. Okay, I had a few dropouts. What I've done is I've turned Muley Gateway off. So if that was interfering, then hopefully all will be well at my end. And a message for Rod there. Be aware that if you use version 2 of the WiresX software as opposed to the original version 1.57, the last one, that you lose a lot of the rooms on there. In particular, the Kansas City wide and the other rooms in America are all still just on version 1.55 or 1.57 there. But if you want to speak to the other rooms in the UK, then one or two of them are have moved up onto version 2. You see, as long as they and it gets rather confusing because if the groups decide to use compatibility mode, then everybody can talk to them. But if they don't tick that box, then only people with the updated version can communicate on that room. So there we are. That's the situation on WiresX. But thankfully, it doesn't affect people using hotspots like most people do, or using things like DMR and DStar. Right, Chris, back to you from G5HVH. Thanks for inviting me into the net.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. You don't need to thank me. I'm mostly here through the net anyway. And the thank you goes the other way, because of course, without participants, we wouldn't have a net, would we? So it goes that way as well. So we will go round to Gwill, I think it was just coincidence that he keyed in and everything went dead. So we go to Gwill, MW3 WMP.
MW3 WMP returning. Good evening, Chris. And got a signal on you at the moment. It's our trouble logging in the beginning. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. We had, I had the call sign and everything, and we did literally, it was just as you called in, it was, yeah, rain and bubble, well, lots of rain. And then, yeah, Summer decided he was going to give, and I think it was my WiresX. I still heard you coming through the DMR. I just, had the wrong contact in that radio. Back over to you there, Will.
M7 Charlie Sierra MWP WMP returning. Yeah, I'm glad to get. I made the contact. I was talking through to the Anglesey group for the Dragon Radio on Wednesday night, and I was having great trouble. The signal kept going in and coming out, going in, coming out. So I was hoping that, well, it seems to be working tonight anyway. I don't know what was wrong. It could have been their repeater, I suppose. But yeah. It's been quite a good day here. It's starting to rain a bit now, but they tell me that we need the rain, so I'll put up with it. And I can see you're up this evening, and like we are busy, this being a bank holiday weekend, living in this part of the world where the tourism is, it's one of the only sorts of industry. It's extremely busy, so everywhere. So yeah. Okay, Chris, thanks a lot for letting me in. I'll let you go back to your callers, and I wish you the all best 7-3s. And we'll catch you again either on Wednesday or again next Sunday. Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, MW3 WMP. Wishing you all the best, Chris.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, you're welcome to stick around there, Will. And carry on participating. And yeah, as of the Wednesday nets, they have gone to fortnightly, and there actually is one this week on Wednesday. So yeah, it's fortnightly. This Wednesday there is one, but the time is changed to 8:30 p.m. in the evening. So rather than being in the afternoon, it's at 8:30 p.m. The site is W.D.R.G net now. So that information for you there. So it sounds brilliant when you say it like this, but yeah, a lot are listening. So if you'd like to join in with the Saturday Ragchew Net and be number 17, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, nothing heard there. So, yeah, we go to all the members of the net. We're identifying as 17 contacts because of the listeners. But we've got 4 in play. Well, we've got 3 in play. If Quill isn't with us on the next round. But we go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Thanks, Chris. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here. I was wondering how the number jumped up so much all of a sudden. I was like, I was counting just a few minutes ago. It didn't seem like it was that high. What did I miss? Did I blink too long or something? Oh, well, I wanted to thank you over in the UK and Wales and all those places for lending us your King Charles for a couple of days. You got to visit and hang out with some of our posh places. And while they were while he was here, he got our president to cancel the tariffs on whiskey. Okay, so you're welcome. No more tariffs on your whiskey. That's really cool. The less money you pay, the more you can drink. Isn't that about right? It was good to see him. Actually, I listened to his speech to our Congress, and he was pretty funny. He actually had some pretty darn good jokes. And I hadn't heard that from him before. Of course, he's got a different version of wife this time than he had the last time he came to visit us. And he was just a prince there, so I guess when you go upgrade to king, that you get funnier as you go. But it was good to hear from him. I actually enjoyed the visit, and seeing him doing some of the things he was doing. It's always good to have that connection back to the mother country, I guess you could say, from back in the day, as we're celebrating our 250th anniversary this year. But it was good to see him. He looked in good spirits for a man that has had some health problems. He looked actually pretty good to me. But like I say, it was good to have him there. And with that, I guess I'll turn it back to you, Chris, and we'll go with our 17, maybe up to 25 by this time. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Well, I'm feeling inadequate at the minute because we've got these contacts, and I said it, you know, if we've been spoken to, then you'll be logged as, you know, a contact for SOS Radio Week. And of course, that's the way it goes. And of course, yeah, in Such's words, they're stonking in, yeah, the VK stations on FTA. So he's getting a lot of Australian contacts at the moment. So, yeah, the W.D.R.G are doing their collective thing, and the net song. So, that's all good. So we go round to Steve, GW5 VOG.
GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris, and well done for what you're doing for SOS Week to publicise that. And thank you for explaining how I was mistaken. When you said Wales Radio Group, I thought there was a new rival group, but I understand because the call sign's W.D.R.G, you were referring to it as that. So well done, and thanks for explaining all that to me. FT8, I'm feeling a bit annoyed now. If it's really good tonight and there's contacts coming in from Australia, my FT8 stopped working last night, very mysteriously. I've got the latest version of WS-JTX, which I understood was a beta version. And every time I log on to it, a little panel comes up that says, this is not the full version, it's experimental, it might not. Sometimes it might be a bit so and so. And you have to click OK, and that goes off, and then you carry on. Anyway, every time I click OK, it just closes the whole app down. So I tried it about 100 times and just couldn't get on. So I haven't tried it today yet. I'll perhaps do that later on tonight. But yes, I think I'm maybe going to have to download the software again. But that's going to be a bit annoying if it's a good night for Down Under tonight. So there we are, never mind. And yeah, TV watching, we've just started binge watching Slow Horses. I don't know, Michael likes the old British programs on the streamers, so I wonder if Michael's watched Slow Horses at all. There's about 5 series, and we're still on series 1, obviously, but we've done about 6 episodes, I think, or maybe 5. I think there might only be 6 actually in the series. We haven't finished the series yet. So anyway, okay, back to you then, Chris M7CCS from GW5 VOG.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Thanks very much there, Steve. And it's gone blank what I've been watching. It's still not on the old flicks, the yellow logo, red logo. And yeah, what was it? Person of Interest. That's it. That's what I've been watching. Person of Interest. So yeah, I started watching that, but I haven't had a lot of time for it. I have been quite busy this week. Of course, yeah, the world of Facebook has been quite kind to me this week. So, of course, yeah, I saw a post go on there last weekend, and somebody was emptying their garage out, and they had lots of wood. And then on last week's Ragchew Net, the rest of it went into garden. Yeah, just well, I'm pointing. I don't know why you can't see me. If I click the webcam on, you would. But yeah, there's a garden there just by the shack, and they were dumping a little bit of the wood into there at the end of the Ragchew Net last week. So I got some 3 bits of wood from there. So the week consisted of, I built a fence, pulled out all the rotten wood out, and built a fence. Then another post a couple of days later, it goes on the old Facebook, same person, landscape gardener sort of person they are. And yeah, my garage, I'm emptying my garage, take what you want. So yeah, I was straight round there. I got some AstroTurf for the garden. I got the paint treatment for the fence, and it was Ronseal as well, with a Ronseal brush. So yeah, done all that. Also gave the garden furniture all the coat. Raised bed is already in, but of course I've got a job to do on that. I've got to actually take out all the peat I've put in there, then put a membrane, and then put the peat back down, because otherwise I'm going to get weeds. But yeah, been quite busy in the garden sense, but yeah, we had a couple of days where it was sunny and you couldn't do anything, it was just windy, and then we had the last couple of days of the week, it was nice sun, so it was nice to be out there painting. So that's a little bit of what I've been doing this week, and a little bit more of what I've been doing this week as well. So we will now go round to G0 EUZ.
G0 is back to the group. Well, actually, slow horse. Yeah, I watched it all the way through. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched it series upon series. I think there's another series. I have a feeling of how's series 5? There's another new series, or it could be 5 is the new one. So I haven't got around to watching that. But I will check it out to make sure that I'm not. I need to catch up. But yeah, thoroughly enjoy it. Well worth a watch if anybody's interested. Person of interest, I've not come across that, Chris. So I'm not watching a great deal of telly these days. I tend to watch what's on of evening, that's all. I sometimes have to catch up if I miss, part 1 or part 2 through other things, but generally speaking, that's all I watch. I've been watching Marshalls, which is a spin-off from Yellowstone. Well, to be honest, I don't really like it. I've continued watching it, but it's nowhere near as good as Yellowstone. I think Michael mentioned Madison, didn't he? On Facebook. I've not watched that. My wife watched it and enjoyed it. So, but she didn't think it was something that I would like. But I must have a look at it. There's more to come yet, isn't there? So, more spin-offs anyway. So we shall see. So back to you, Chris. M7CCS G0EUZ.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Thanks very much there, Rod. So yeah, we're good to get the over, and it's working. So we'll go round to Colin, G5 Hotel Victor Hotel.
Thanks, Chris. G5HVH returning to the net. WSJTX version 3.0. That's the latest version. I think it's only been out a few weeks, but that's what I've updated to. I believe from what I've been told is that there was a beta version of it, and maybe the person that was asking about WSJTX would be better off going back to the website and downloading the latest version now, because I don't have any of the issues that he has. It's doing very good, and it also has the 60 meter band on for people with a full license, and I've had my first contacts on 60 meters on it the other night. And I don't have an antenna that's tuned to that frequency, of course. I just have a vertical antenna which is originally designed for 6 meters, but I can use an antenna tuner or antenna matching unit to tune it to 17. 17 meters, and it doesn't do too bad on 20, and I can use it on 60 as well, so I'm very lucky there. And FT8 on some nights these past few days has been very busy, and even FT4 on 20 meters was ram jam full the other night. Anyway, I'll pass it back to you then, Chris M7CCS from G5HVA.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, all good there. It's all good information, and of course I'm jotting down as well. Yeah, I think mine WJTX is a little bit out of date. But of course, yeah. But I've had those experiences before where they crash with the UK, like I can't remember who was having the problem, right? But yeah, I've had those experiences before. With it, and yeah, it's normally it's like it's RF getting back into the shack, can cause it as well. We used to say in the W.D.R.G, actually, everyone has a problem band, and you'll have all your bands you can operate, not a problem, and then you've got your problem band which will knock everything out, and then of course, yeah, you don't use that one. But yeah, if it's your favourite, then it's upsetting, isn't it? But yeah, it's kind of what it is. But it could be down to the software as well, like was just mentioned there by Colin. So we will see if Will stayed with us, MW3 WMP, or whether that was his 7.3. Okay, that was his 7.3 then. So, we'll see if anyone else wants to check into Saturday Ragchew Net. If you would, go ahead with your call sign, name and location, and an over. Okay, back up to the top of the list, and we'll go to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo and Papa here. And Steven, I think you were the one talking about the slow horses. I looked it up. It looks like an excellent series. I wish I could watch it because it's on Apple TV. And that's yet another streaming service that I don't have. I don't particularly watch that. But I do watch the Madison. That's a new series that was out by Taylor Sheridan. Most of his series I just love. They're fantastic. They're gritty. They're raw. And they're very good series, very well done, very well written. The Madison is different from anything else he's done because it's not quite as raw as far as the emotion, the language is a little rough, but the fighting and the killing and things like that Taylor Sheridan has in some of his other ones. There'll be another series out this month actually called Dutton Ranch. It'll be a spin-off of Yellowstone. They'll be doing the two of the characters from the Yellowstone series. They're really promoting it hard here, and it should be really good. I'm looking forward to that. There've been another couple of series coming out as well, spin-offs of the Yellowstone, things like that. So Taylor Sheridan is going to be a very rich and busy man. FT8, it's been a little slow today for the last couple of days for me also. but it's very quiet. So that may be part of the problem that that you may be having. I don't know. I know that there's a new version of WJTX that is coming out that's going to support FT2, which is a brand new, supposedly faster version as far as the way it makes contact. I haven't downloaded it yet because it's still very new, and I don't tend to want to get on that bleeding edge of technology because it is kind of rough sometimes. And I'm still having problems with FT4. We don't really support it here in the States, I think, as well as maybe the European people do, because every time I've gotten on for FT4, there's literally a fraction of the context that I would find on FT8. So I keep trying it, coming back to it, and see if it's going to get more popular. It just hasn't yet. And with that, Chris, I'll turn it back to you. WA5 RIP.
Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, thanks very much there, Michael. I saw another call sign, slash K2, HZE, so I'll chuck it down in the log, and that's Tom in the Bronx, New York, so it will come round and it will be your turn, but I got you checked in there, I've seen the call sign, for the Saturday Ragchew. So we've just done Michael, we'll go round to Steve, GW5, VOG. Round to you there, Steve.
GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. Yes, Michael, it is on Apple TV. Now, I haven't paid to get access to Apple TV, but about 6 months ago, quite a lot of different companies were giving free membership to it, including my bank. And we watched Ted Lasso on it. Through that, watched all the series, and the reason why I watched that was because you recommended it, Michael. So that's strange, as it's set in Britain. I had seen it, but hadn't kind of appreciated what it was about. And of course, it's set in Richmond, where my youngest son lives, and so I know the area where you see them filming, and I've actually been in the pub where they always go quite a few times. So yeah, and there's a new series out, I believe, which started with us in August, I think. So I don't know whether it started over there already, but yeah. So that's good. So yeah, we were lucky. We did. Actually, when I decided to watch Slow Horses, I couldn't actually get onto Apple TV then. It was trying to make me pay, but I persevered and did a few different things, and eventually I got in without paying. I think the problem is that so many different people were giving it as a freebie that I can't remember how I got it. Whether it was my bank or whether it was somebody else, but so I might have been trying to log in to the wrong account, if you know what I mean. Anyway, eventually I got in, and we're watching Slow Horses, and we love it. And yeah, so it'll probably be the rest of May we'll be watching it. Now, my son that lives in Richmond, he works for Sky TV, which is a big broadcaster here in the UK that belongs to Comcast, own NBC in America, and he does live soccer. He's a TV director, and he was nominated for a BAFTA Craft Award for a match that he did, and he actually won. That was last Sunday night, so he won a BAFTA, which is absolutely amazing, and it was incredible. We couldn't believe it. You know, my other son's an actor, so we'd kind of be expecting him. I think I'll just take a pit because I think I'm going to time out. GW5EOG returning yet again. Yeah, so my other son, who's an actor, you know, you would have thought if anyone was going to win a BAFTA eventually, it'd be him, not the one that works behind the cameras, but he got a BAFTA Craft Award for directing a multi-camera sport or something like that. So that's absolutely amazing. And my other son, who is an actor, as I said, he's just come back from being in Denmark for a week, filming another Lego commercial for the silly, what they call Pokemon things. So I think he enjoyed himself over there. So anyway, back to you, Chris. M7CCS from GW5VOG.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, I've definitely got it the wrong way round. But yeah, when you start to say, you know, that your youngest worked for Sky, I thought you were going to say that you had Sky streaming for free. Normally comes with the territory. If you work for a broadcaster, you normally get something free. Your family can have it, or you can have it, but yeah, or your family can have it at discount as well. But of course, when I used to work for, it was a red logo, Virgin, and worked for them, I had the top package, even though I weren't even interested in the sports, but basically everything, and the fastest speed broadband, and they always kept upgrading you to the newest router, so that obviously you're using it, so you know you can tell people that if it's good, or you know you're meant to tell them how good it is, and stuff like that. And the thing I found is when I had an account, and it was because I worked for them, I never had a single droppage. But yeah, when I no longer worked for them and then had them, yeah, drop. So of course that, but yeah, talking of telly, you know, streaming services, I get Netflix, I get Discovery. What is it? I get Netflix, Discovery Plus, the other one, which is Discovery, was the documentaries. I forgot what it's called now. Yeah, Discovery Plus, Disney Plus. That's it. So that's those two out of the way. HBO, which is obviously is meant to be American content. Something called Hula, and I get pretty much all the channels bar sport and movies. Yeah, and £20 a month. Well, it's gone up to 24 now, but I phoned them up and said I weren't very happy about that, and they've reduced it back down for 12 months for £20. So yeah, but pretty much, yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say, Steve. I thought you were going to say that you got it for free. But yeah, you won a BAFTA. Well done to him. So he must be doing something right. So we will now go round to G0 EUZ. Okay, I saw that I went through. I saw that Steve went through twice because he took his time out. Yeah, G0 EUZ. You there, Rod? Okay, nothing heard there from Rod. So yeah, maybe he's gone off to shout at his broadband provider now. He's obviously inexposed slightly there. So we're going to the next person, Colin, G5 Hotel Victor Hotel, and then we'll be able to go round to Tom. So round to you there, Colin.
Yeah, okay, Chris. Just to let you know whether it showed up on your dashboard. K2HZE flashed up on here whilst we were waiting for Rod to come back. But for some reason, he's disappeared for the moment. And yeah, Michael, I do agree with you that FT4 is a lot quieter than FT8. That is yeah, that is a true observation. That, but for me, because I'm using a compromised, as I would call it, antenna, I find that FT4, because I've not got as much competition with people with far more efficient or larger antennas and beams and the like, that people can actually hear me and come back to me a lot easier than it is on FT8. But FT4 is working, and like I said, on 20 meters here, we're getting lots of contacts on FT4 at the moment, anyway. So there we are, and it is of course twice as fast. FT2, of course, I've never used that, but as I understand it, FT2 will be good for contesting weekends, because it will be a very quick exchange of call signs and signal report, and then if we move on to the next one. And Michael, yeah, once again, I've been using the YouTube channel here, and there's been lots of interesting observations on YouTube from your parliament, from your is it the senators. There's some really interesting people on there that are really very clever people, and they're very interesting to watch on there. But I wouldn't like to get into politics because that's not fair. But that's what I've been doing here. I've not watched much television at all. I've been watching all that. I think it started on Thursday, didn't it? But now that house, the man in charge of the house, has gone on holiday for 2 weeks. So there'll be no more exciting conversations and exchanges of opinions over that now. But no, on the radio, like I said, I've done quite a bit of FT8 in the past week or so, and the conditions have been very good. And we did have, I can't remember what day it was last weekend. It might have been just before the weekend, where we had really good propagation on the 2 meter band, and I got 1 or 2 confirmations on 2 meters there. Just take G5HVH on 2 meters FT8. I got into Europe, and that's very unusual here in the UK. You only get about 20 miles tops on 2 meters. Right, back to you then, Chris. M7CCS G5HVH. Apologies for the timeout.
Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, no apologies needed for a timeout. And of course, yeah, you take that pip. That's how you get out of that timeout. If you still timeout, then yeah, but it's all good there. So yeah, I did see K2 Hotels Zulu Echo. Tom had keyed up there in New York. He might not be in New York, but yeah, I did see him, and he keyed up in the gap there where we didn't see Rod as well. So we will now put it round to Tom, and welcome to the Saturday Ragchew Net, K2 Hotel Zulu Echo. Okay, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Sorry for the doubling. Of course, yeah, that big echo is because I turned absolutely everything on, every single mode. You were keying up, but we had absolutely no audio from you, Tom, unfortunately. So I don't know what's going wrong there. It says it said that you were using, yeah, well, it says you're using K2HZED, is your peer. You are using module D. I can't actually see which XLX you're actually coming through. Yeah, if you're using DStar on 747, 749 even, yeah, it hasn't got the encoder. You need XLX042D. So that might be a little issue, but unfortunately no audio with you there at all, Tom. It may be transcoding backwards, but or if you're using YSF, then you need a DigiID13 on the AZ radio. But the only thing I can think is you're maybe using DStar and it's not encoding across. We'll see if anyone else would like, we'll see if anyone else would like to join us, and then we'll leave it up to the net participants to whether we do one more round or we do turn it into a 7-3 round. Would anyone else like to join the Saturday Ragchew Net? Go ahead with your call sign, name and location. Hand it over.
Kilo 2, Hotel Zulu Echo. Maybe this is working, Chris. Can you copy me now?
You blew me as you're definitely working now, Tom. Over to you.
All right, how you doing, Chris, and everyone on the group? Yeah, you got K2, Hotel Zulu Echo. I'm coming in on DMR to XLX 749, Module D. I'm using the 4004. I'm coming into you guys using DroidStar at the moment. Before I was coming in on DStar, and for some reason I'm only getting one-way audio. But I'll do a master reboot and everything, and maybe that'll fix the issue. I'm a friend of Endorse, N6UTC, and as you guys know, we have my reflector connected over you guys. And it's been really interesting and everything. I've been listening in not too often, but I do come on, and it's great to have the connection. So right now I'm on DMR to XLX 749. Over to you, Chris, and the group.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Tom. And of course, being on the DMR across. I'm not sure. I heard somewhere in conversations, of course, I'm a part of the W.D.R.G group as well, where it's connected over, and we have DStar encoding on XLX042, but I don't think there is DStar encoding on 749. A good friend of mine, Kilo 9 Whiskey Lima Whiskey Frank, he couldn't get in last week using the DStar on 749, but he doesn't have a problem on 042D. It's all good, and it's of course all a work in progress, and it's down to those special sticks that cost a lot of money. It's all good there, Tom, and it's working. So we will go round to Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Round to you there.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa here, and I want to throw in the food porn segment today and say that my wife, for breakfast this morning, made her version of the McDonald's Egg McMuffins. Very good. She made a bunch of those, wrapped them in wax paper and then in aluminum foil so I could take them out. And when she got up in the morning, she just put it in the oven until they got real warm. Here lately, she's had a little bit of problems sleeping with some of the problems she's had with her liver disease. And last night at about 2 o'clock in the morning, do you believe that, she made farmer's pork chops. I'd rather you just look them up because I can describe them because I haven't eat this particular one. She makes things a little bit different each time. But basically, it's center cut pork chops in a pan that you cover with a white sauce, then with onions and potatoes in it, and seasoned just perfectly. She does a very good job on that. But if you look it up, it's a very good dish, and I'm looking forward to it for supper tonight because, like I say, she was up at 2 o'clock in the morning making it, and I think she's gonna add a little more warmth to it this evening, and we're gonna have it for what you would call tea, what we call supper, and that's my food portion. And I'll turn it back to you, Chris. W5 RIP.
Mike 7 Charlie Sierra. Well, of course, yeah, that's some nice food porn. Of course, yeah, my food will be after the Ragchew Net. Donna reckons she'll be back around the same time. She's gone with her twin sister to the cinema. They've gone to see The Devil Wears Prada 2. But, of course, yeah, but when she gets back, we are having chicken wings and stir fry. Of course, yeah, earlier in the week, we had a nice steak dinner. So, of course, yeah, Thursday that was. I was passing the Tesco's and went in there and they had rump steak on offer. So, yeah, I grabbed a couple of them. We had steak and salad and it was a nice warm day. So, sat in the garden eating that. So, that's all good. So that's a little bit of food porn out of the way, for me. So next we will go round to GW5 VOG. Round to you there, Steve.
CQNW weather update. Today's average temperature across the northwest of England is around 13 degrees, with wind speeds from 1 to 4 miles per hour, so don't expect much of a breeze to whip your hat away. Looks like moderate to light rain is on the cards, so grab your umbrella if you head out. 7-3 from M0NWX.
GW5VOG. That wasn't me putting on a posh voice. I think that's an AI voice, actually, isn't it? It's not actually somebody at CQ Northwest giving us the weather for the northwest of England. But anyway, it wasn't me. And yeah, actually, tomorrow I'm going to the cinema to see The Devil Wears Prada 2. And we're going at 7 o'clock, which is fairly early, actually, for us. But we're doing that deliberately so we can get back and watch an episode of Slow Horses. So there we are. That's how devoted we are to it now. I just remembered, actually, I meant to say, Michael was talking about the tariffs being taken off Scotch whisky. Unfortunately, that doesn't affect us. Only affects you so it'll be cheaper when it's imported to the US, and we pay excise duty on whiskey, and it's very high, so it's quite an expensive drink in the UK, although we make it here. So yeah, it's no good for us. I actually for years and years I used to say that, only drink Scotch whisky. That's the only one that's any good. But now I drink Jameson's Irish whiskey all the time. That's my favourite drink. So I've gone back on that. And there we are. Now, I gather this is not the 73 round, although the CQ man decided it was 73, didn't he? But yeah, so next round will be the CQ, I assume, Chris. So M7CCS from GW5VOG, back to you.
Okay, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. Are we working this? Yeah, we are working this time. Right, I changed over to 87517. I have my default room back somewhere else. It decided an hour was up. Right, I'll have to repeat the whole over again because it went nowhere. But everyone stay patient. But you're going to see The Devil Wears Prada 2, Steve, and you're saying you want to get home early to watch another episode of telly. You're meant to make a night out of it. You dress up nice, you go and watch it, and then you go for a meal after. That's what you're meant to do, isn't it? Yeah, it's all good. It costs a lot of money nowadays, though, doesn't it? And it costs a lot of money to be in the cinema as well. But I've forgotten who the star is, the main star in The Devil Wears Prada, but I did hear on local radio they were talking about it. It was in the background when I was painting the fence. But it is the only ever film that she has ever agreed to do a sequel. Yeah, that's being done, but it couldn't have been done without her. They could have changed her. Could have had plastic surgery, couldn't she? You know, it was always a way to write a storyline. The only thing I ever remember from that whole film was the girl going and dumping out the change with the jar to pay the debt off. That's the one thing that sticks in my mind from that. Also, I've got to say, Mickey Mouse identifying, because it's actually Ken from Merva Tidville on YouTube, identifying as Mickey Mouse GW4GJA. Yeah, his last comment says, "My name is Mickey Mouse, sorry won't be on tonight." That's all good. We will go to the next in the list after Steve, which is G0EUZ. Round to you there.
G0EUZ. I hope I'm coming through. I don't know what happened last time, but I was chatting away. But obviously going nowhere. And I don't think I'm going anywhere now. Showing up on mine. Anyway, I'll say 7-3s, everybody. Catch you next week. Oh, no. I was coming through. I'll say 7-3s anyway. There's obviously another problem, which I don't know if I can get around or not. But I'll see if I can get YSX up next time. I'll try that next week. 7-3s, everybody. M7CCS. G0EUZ.
Yeah, 7-3 to you there, Rod, and it might be worth checking when the contract is due a renewal or coming through, or how far through the contract you are. Normally about halfway through is when it starts playing up. With your broadband and whatever, but I've always found that, as you're coming up towards the end of the contract, things start to get a little bit rubbish. And then you say you want to cancel and it gets brilliant. It might be coming up for renewal, or it's, that's when, or you need to just phone up and shout at them because they're just having little drops. We'll go right, but hopefully, you sort the WiresX out and it'll all be good. And of course, perfect opportunity is isn't it? 8:30 on Wednesday. But before, because it's monitored, you might get a call out on here, especially in the day. I've normally got a radio monitor it. We'll now go round to Colin, G5, Hotel Victor Hotel.
Yeah, okay, M7CCS G5H3H. Well, many thanks for running the net. I have been on here probably for 4 years now, because it's 4 years since I got my license, and I'm very appreciative, grateful for all the help that people in the Wales Digital Radio Group have made have done to get me to where I am today. Really enjoying this hobby, and it's nice that the Ragchew Net is still ongoing on a Saturday evening. So I'll say 7-3 to everybody, because as you said, Chris, without the amateurs participating, there wouldn't be a net, would there? So yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to add. Like I said, I shall go back and see if there's any activity on FT8 that was within the capabilities of my radio and antenna setup. So back to you then, Chris M7CCS. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Chris, and the rest of your day for people on the other side of the world.
Yep, 7-3 there, and thanks very much. I just got to get the right scene up. And everything is very laggy today because I didn't switch the low latency on because, yeah, the PC went at the beginning. So when I streamed again, I couldn't put a pre-buffer in because, yeah, he just wouldn't have gone out. So slightly delayed on the live stream, but Rod finally caught up while he was having his over, so he knew he was getting through. And so that's all good. So I'm trying to see where we're going next. So we are going to Tom now. And sorry you've only got in at the end there. But it is good to have you on. K2 Hotel Zulu Echo. Round to you there, Tom. Okay, nothing heard from Tom. So I will go back up to the top of my list, and we will do the remaining 7 threes. So we will go round to Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Chris, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. Stephen, I guess the tariffs on Scottish whiskey is not going to do me any good either, because I don't drink whiskey, or haven't drank whiskey in quite a long time. It's kind of been an alcohol-free house here. But if I did drink it, it would be Jack Daniel, which is a product of my home state of Tennessee. So it still wouldn't do me any good. So we don't benefit, at least in my household, and I guess for neither of y'all. I was going to say, I did have Apple TV at one point in time, and I got to finish up the Ted Lasso season before they closed out, and I might take it back up again because I did thoroughly enjoy Ted Lasso. And I might take Apple TV again if they brought back Ted Lasso, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Chris, it's been a good net. I know you've had some difficulties in the background, but to me it was just fine. So appreciate you doing the net today. You always do a champion job. And with it, I'll see everybody next Saturday, hopefully. And everybody take care. Stay healthy out there and stay safe. From 73 from WA5, RIP.
Yeah, 7-3 for you, Michael. And, yeah, right, announcement for everyone, because we're going out on YouTube as well. The W.D.R.G call sign, Mike Charlie 5 W.R.G, is on FT8 20 meters. So there's an update for everybody. That the Ragchew Net is coming to an end, but of course 20 meters is where you will find that call sign easily at the moment. So just worth telling people that as well. And whiskey has been in this conversation for the last 2 overs as well. And with a dropout and things, I forgot. The only whiskey I tend to drink, I do like my Jack Daniels. I also like Jim Beam if they're flavoured as well. But of course, the whiskey I've been drinking as of recent is whatever I'm given. And when, in that sense, I've got a neighbour, Billy, is his name, and he's not able to do his back garden. The fence was rotting and stuff like that, so like I said, I've rebuilt a new fence between us. I go over there and trim the garden, give it a good trim, but it's actually gravel, but weeds coming through. But my trimmer, it does the job. So I do a bit of garden maintenance for him, and he always comes out to the back door, and I turn round to him and I say to him, I say, look, I'm doing it just to keep the insect population down from my own garden, as well as just to help you out. Yeah, he always presents me with a bottle of whiskey. So yeah, the famous Grace actually got ended last night, yeah, we started on the grants with whiskey. Yeah, always a whiskey in here, it seems, because I don't seem to run out of it before I do the garden again, but he always forces it in my hands. So we go round to Steve, GW5VOG for your 7-3.
GW5VOG returning. Thank you, Chris. 73 to everybody, and it's been a really good net tonight. We've had loads of people. I've gone on to page 2 in my little notebook for the first time for a long time. I know a lot of people are only listening, but it's still good. And nice that we did manage to get Tom from the Bronx on there. He said he was a friend of Endav's, I think, and actually they couldn't be further away from each other in America, could they? But there we are. So it's a great night. Michael, Ted, there is a new series of Ted Lasso starting soon. I've just checked on YouTube, and I saw a little trailer for it, and that was posted 2 weeks ago. So it says summer of 2026. It's been shown here in the UK. And I understand it's starting in August, I think I saw somewhere else. Anyway, there we are. So 73 to everybody. Best wishes to all, and be here next week, hopefully. So M7CCS from GW5VOG. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, Mike 7 Charlie Sierra, yeah, 73 to you there, Steve. Yeah, all good. And of course, yeah, you say you've been writing them down, so you are going to have a list, and I'm going to make this so that it's harder for you, so you're not going to have a list to refer to. Yeah, in the net, we had, I'm trying to go there. Right, we had myself, Mike 7, Charlie Sierra. We had MW0 TTF Daryl listening. We had Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa Michael. We had GW5 VOG Steve. We had a G0 IMD Richard listening. 2E0 PXW Barry listening. M8 UFS Justin listening. M7 EMH Sissy was listening, but it's Chris. N6 UTC Endaf was listening. G8 OOS Michael in Loof was listening. KJ8 Echo, I didn't quite get the last one, Scott on his WiresX, he spoke to us, so I'll give him an honorary 7-3. We had G0EZ Rod. We had Joe Golf 5 Hotel Victor Hotel Colin. We had Mike Whiskey 3 Whiskey Mike Papa Will. We had M7EYY listening for a while in Peanut. We had 2E0XCB Des was also listening in cqnorthwest Peanut. We had K2 Hotel Zulu Echo Tom, who we spoke to, and GW4GJA identifying as Mickey Mouse, yeah, on YouTube. The one thing though, if you're on YouTube and it says at Kenneth Austin, yeah, it's a good job I got the memory for the call sign, isn't it, Ken? So, all good there. So, I've been Mike 7, Charlie Sierra, and, of course, I'm going to wish you, all the 7-3 catch City on his, afternoon net, on Wednesday at 8:30 PM. Of course, look out for that call sign on the FT8, and, listen out for our personal call signs, over the digital networks, and if you happen to be in RF range. So, 7-3 all, and catch you on the next Saturday Ragchew Net.